Rumors are that allegedly we're in store for an action-packed new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. From Kenya's new romance to Drew's marriage being exposed, and is this Kandi's last season? I have some new information and some new behind-the-scenes secrets and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. If you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. My sources are saying that we're in store for an action-packed season of drama, romance, and secrets being exposed. What's Kenya's new relationship like? And what was Drew and Ralph potentially hiding? And is this Kandi's last season on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I have all that information and more, and here it goes. Alright, kinfolk, looking here at my notes and talking to some of my sources about this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, they are all saying that we are in store for a really good, solid season. You know, sometimes when it comes to the Housewives franchises, the season kind of starts off a little slow, us getting caught up, and then by episode 4 or 5 even, the drama tends to start to unfold. And then by the time we get to episode 10 or episode 12, the drama is in full-on dramatic mode. Well, my sources are telling me that this season, we're going to see something a little bit different. We're going to see the season start off with a bang. And that bang is going to be consistent throughout the rest of the season. My sources are saying we're not going to get too many low moments or too many filler episodes this season. And if we do, it's only for us to catch our breath in terms of trying to recover from the drama from the last couple of episodes. So, with that being said, first up, here are some behind the scenes secrets that my sources are telling me about the true nature of Drew and Ralph's marriage that will be exposed this season. And it's this. My sources are telling me that Drew and Ralph were actually allegedly supposed to have gotten a divorce before the season even started, and that Drew going to this season, it was going to allegedly be about her divorce and her trying to start over fresh as a single woman in Atlanta. And so we're going to see the trials and tribulations of, Drew and Ralph going through their divorce proceedings, much like Kenya did in the past, and kind of sort of what Cynthia went through as well. However, my sources are saying that before filming started, something happened. They don't know if Drew and Ralph were trying to reconcile their differences. They don't know if Drew decided to give her marriage one last try. But when filming started, they were somewhat, not necessarily back on good terms, but committed to filming the show together of this upcoming season. Now, a lot of people are saying that it may have been the simple fact of the matter that Drew and Ralph just really weren't ready to call it quits on their marriage. And as all marriage couples go through these ups and downs, and as we've seen with Drew and Ralph, they have gone through plenty ups and downs. But it was something about this season that a lot of people behind the scenes allegedly felt like it was just another low moment on their marriage roller coaster. So when they got a divorce at the end of filming, or last month or so, everyone was kind of confused as to why wasn't this highlighted on the show. And I'm being told that only a few people had knowledge of their marriage dissolving. And so when they got a divorce and the divorce proceedings started to happen a couple of months ago, a lot of people behind the scenes, they weren't surprised by it, but they were surprised that it was not highlighted in terms of them being divorced or going through divorce proceedings this season, instead of trying to continue to play the charade of them being together. However, my sources are saying that this could have been a smart plan on Drew's part because of this reason. As we know, when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta and all the Housewives franchises, it's all about having a storyline and a narrative. And my sources are saying that Drew is one of the few newbies who really understood the assignment early on. And she has been studying the Real Housewives formula and trying to make it work for herself. So some people are thinking that maybe some people on her team were telling Drew, stick with her out this season and allow fans to see the dissolving or the breakdown of their marriage. And then at the end of this season and during off season, go ahead and announce your divorce. And then next season you have a storyline already lined up. And so my sources are saying that they were filming some scenes or had to refilm some scenes towards the end of the season because this news kind of came out of nowhere. However, if you are in the know and if you are a part of the inner circle, you knew that Drew and Raph's relation or marriage was pretty much on its last leg. But it seems as if Drew has been more strategic about unfolding her divorce from Raph in a more strategic way, which I might add is very smart. Also, when it comes to Drew and her placement on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, we're going to see Drew pretty much pick a team. In past seasons, we pretty much seen Drew kind of sort of waver in the middle. But this year, sources are saying that Drew is going to pick a side. She's going to pick a team and she's going to rock with that team. And she's going to go full throttle for that team. Because Drew understands the importance of alliances. And she wants to make sure that she makes the correct alliance on the show. So one can only imagine it's going to probably be with Team Kandi and Kenya moving forward. Now, kinfolk, the next part of this behind the scenes information I'm getting about the upcoming season has a lot to do with Kandi and whether Kandi will be returning next season as a Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, the answer is this. This season, we're going to see Kandi be tested a lot. My sources are saying that we're going to see Kandi in a light that we have never really seen her for an extended period of time. Normally we've seen Kandi come out of character or, ready to fight or ready to go off. It's kind of like a burst of energy or a moment, then she kind of calms down and things are back to normal. My sources are saying depending on how the editing works, we're going to see Kandi on 10 throughout the entire season. No breaks. And also my sources were saying editing may, give her some breaks in terms of drama in between the season as the season progresses. But from what I've been told, that throughout the entire season, Kandi was on a level 10, no breaks at all. And it seems as if the girls really took a delight in getting Kandi all riled up, sometimes over petty drama. Now, my sources are telling me that, it could have very well have been the fact that Kandi literally had no breaks in between filming, to be honest with you, in terms of reality TV. She went from Real Housewives of Atlanta filming, then went into her SWV and Escape reality show, and now it's kind of like she has to relive the film from last season, and then relive the drama with SWV these last couple of months, and now she has to relive the drama of the girls when she started filming for this particular season. And so, as you can see, Kandi really didn't have any breaks to really clear her mind and to really just sit back and assess how she wanted her storyline to go, how she wanted her image to look like, what branding that she wanted to implement. And so now my sources are telling me this upcoming season, we're going to continue to see Kandi as a powerhouse, but we're going to see her more so on a level 10 and engaging in more group drama than we have ever seen before since about season 11. And the reason for that is this. Behind the scenes, Kandi returning this year, a lot of people were like, Kandi shouldn't return, she's getting boring, and it's always the same storyline. And my sources are telling me that behind the scenes, there were actually conversations on whether they should have brought Kandi back this upcoming season. Now, these conversations were nothing serious, my sources are telling me, and allegedly, it was just pretty much just hearsay. But the conversations that what I was told, my sources, that allegedly producers was like, we know Kandi is good for the show. We know Kandi is a principal housewife. But can we get more out of Kandi this season coming up? And so what my sources are telling me is that this is always an ongoing conversation that is happening behind the scenes as it comes off with Kandi. Because if y'all don't realize or remember, basically from season 9 up into season 11, Kandi was in non-stop drama. And my sources are saying that it was allegedly consistent with the producers to ease up off of Kandi because, you know, it became a lot to have to see her constantly go through all this drama for almost 3 years straight. And so now my sources are saying that producers kind of feel like that breaking drama is over and should be coming to a close for Kandi, and they want her back inside of the group drama and inserting herself more into the group dynamic and group issues. And so my sources are saying that they have enlisted a couple of people on the cast to kind of agitate Kandi, or in my sources' words, try to motivate Kandi to be a little bit more action and drama driven. And what my sources are saying, Kandi is giving it to them and some. So we're going to see pretty much a different side of Kandi that we've seen these past couple of seasons. But my sources are saying at the end of the day, people pretty much are going to always side with Kandi when it comes to this drama coming up. But especially with this new drama, because sometimes it's going to seem petty, and then sometimes it's going to seem like it has a purpose. So my sources are saying that fans are likely probably to continue to side with Kandi because at the end of the day, Kandi's going to speak her mind, and fans have become accustomed to her also speaking the truth. All right, Kinfolk. Now, the next part of this rumor has to do with Marlo and some behind-the-scenes information that we can expect from her storyline this upcoming season. And it's this. So as we know that we're going to see Marlo searching for love, finding love, dating, and being in a relationship. My sources are telling me that this was a very hard thing for them to pull out of Marlo, allegedly. Because it seemed as if Marlo was still hell-bent on becoming like the new principal housewife, or as a lot of people say, the new Nene. So producers, from what I'm hearing, is that allegedly the conversation was Marlo is not necessarily good at being the villain. She doesn't have that, you know, villain type quality to her that people can love and love to hate her like it was with Nene. So producers, from what I was told, really want to focus on her love life, which something Marlo wasn't too particularly on board with, allegedly, because she's very private when it comes to her love life. One can only imagine, you know, the reason for that being is because of the past comments they've said about how Marlo made her money or how she maneuvered through Atlanta. And I can understand it as well as why she want to keep her relationship private and not have it sullied on national TV on a reality TV show. So I can see why she could be a little apprehensive about that. But my sources are saying that this new relationship that Marlo has brought on the show is going to seem a little forced, and my sources are saying a little fake. But it is what producers wanted from Marlo, and as my sources are saying, Marlo is a team player when it comes to production because she feels indebted to them for giving her this opportunity to finally be a housewife of Atlanta. So with that being said, we're going to see Marlo, she's going to be maneuvering, from my sources saying, in and out of the drama, but it's more so going to be using other people to get drama across so that she can kind of some way keep her hands clean and focus on her relationship. Now, Kinfolk, the last behind the scenes information has to do with Kenya and Sanya, and it's this. So as you know, we talked about this week how Kenya has a new relationship with a multi-million-dollar hospitality empire guru, king of Atlanta, in RHOA. And so my sources are saying that we're going to see Kenya really have fun this season when it comes to her love life. And we're going to see RHOA, depending on how it's edited, really show how excited he is to be with Kenya. Something that I've been told that production was very excited about documenting and continue to have Kenya in this space to where she's not the villain. And my sources are saying that last season that narrative really worked for Kenya and worked for ratings. So they're going to really try to keep Kenya kind of out of drama, outside of the drama that she's going to have with Martell early on. And again, my sources are saying that fans are pretty much going to side with Kenya with this because, again, much like Kandi, at the end of the day, like it or love it, Kenya is going to speak the truth. She's going to present you the facts. And sometimes it's kind of hard to argue against logic, and especially the sound logic that Kenya is going to bring to the table. Now, kinfolk, when it comes to Sanya, we're going to hear that Sanya is going to be a very silent force this season. We're going to see Sanya and her family interact with her family on a very deep and personal level. We're going to finally see some things that I have been wondering about since last season, and that was all those people living in Sanya's house. You got a mom, a dad, a sister-in-law, a sister, a brother-in-law, their kids, her kid, her husband. And so we're going to see, as we saw in the trailer, a lot of that be addressed. But the thing about it is, this is actually a very real conversation my sources are saying that Sanya and her husband have been having. And it has been a point of contingency that they have been kind of keeping under wraps. And I want to mention this thing that Tisa Tales said one time. She said, when producers are bringing on these new housewives, they may seem boring, but during the interview process, they kind of pick up on things that they can see being an issue in a potential housewife's life or marriage that they feel like they can probably explore a little bit, that they can tell that it's an issue, but they're not presenting as an issue. And I do believe her when she says that, because Sanya, I think, and her family all living under one roof, I think it really is a point of contingency with her and her husband. And I really want to see how this plays out, because, you know, this is something my sources are saying is a real narrative and storyline for Sanya and her family. There's nothing fake about it. So we're going to get a very real dynamic from Sanya and her family, something that fans have been asking for from the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise across the board. Believable storylines, and we're going to thank Sanya for that. Alright, kinfolk, that's all the information that I have. I'm excited about the premiere tonight. My sources are saying there's going to be a jam-packed year. We're going to enjoy every moment of it, and I can't wait to see the ladies. I'm glad to have them back, and of course, we're going to review the first episode. So, when that drops, I see you guys back here. And also, comment down in the comment section below. Let me know if you're excited about this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and if so, tell me why are you excited to have the ladies back on your TV screens. All right, until next time, peace.